Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of Fearless Tarot, How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation, which is due out from Llewellyn Books and is hitting the shelves this October. However, it's also available for pre-order, so if you enjoy my approach to tarot, you are going to love this book. It is time for this week's Oracle Reveal. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo with 3 different animals, and the animals were the horse, the lion, and also the parrot. And I asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself, which animal's getting stuck in your head? Is it the horse, is it the lion, or is it the parrot? Because that animal has a message for you. So for those of you who picked the horse, the card says freedom is yours. And horse is a symbol for freedom. It's a symbol of letting your spirit go free. But more importantly for me, the horse is a symbol of magical assistance. And it's saying that what you need is going to come at the moment that you need it. And this could come in the form of a person helping you, or it could just come in the form of just some sort of serendipitous event that comes into your line of sight and ends up being something very positive for you. So have faith and keep going forward. The first card we have for the horse people is where it's best to place their focus at this time. And we actually got the Magician card. And I love the Magician card because he is the personification for the power of your thoughts. And indeed, he teaches you that your thoughts are like magic spells. They're totally weaving the reality you're experiencing at this time. The beauty of this card is if you don't like something you're seeing in your life, or you don't like what your life has become, or you don't like the path you're on, you can change your mind, and then you can change your life. It's important to be laser focused in your thoughts on what you want to manifest at this time, because the Magician teaches you that what you focus on is probably what you're going to be getting. And you can see he's raising that one white wand above his head, which represents him channeling his higher self. And he's pointing below himself at the table of objects. And the objects represent different aspects of his life, like the pentacle is his financial life, the cup is his emotional life, etc. Whenever this card comes up, it's telling you to take control of your environment by taking control of your thoughts and not letting your thoughts just go on autopilot at this time. The second card is advice from your inner wisdom for the horse people, and look at that. We also got the Star card, which is such a symbol of hope and manifestation and positive energy. And whenever we see the Star card, it's indicating that hope will return. It's also a very important time for the horse people to delve into their spirit. It really looks like there's some strong messages coming. There's a lot of inner wisdom that's at play at this time. And the Star card is also about replenishing the world around you through the special light that's within you. This could be sharing a gift or a talent, or it could just be sharing your compassion for others at this time. But what you have to offer is going to be so needed to help refill that universal pool of goodness. And then finally, we have a mythic archetype that's going to help the horse people. And we have Aphrodite, the goddess of love. And whenever we see her, she's telling you that love is going to be the answer. Aphrodite does rule over romantic love for sure. So this could be a time to do some love magic or manifest something you want in your romantic life. But Aphrodite is also the goddess of love in general. And there is Aphrodite Urania was what she was called in the ancient world, which is heavenly love. And with that Star card next to Aphrodite, I just feel this heavenly love time coming up for the horse people. So share your gifts in some way. The more you give, the more you're going to be receiving emotionally as well. Second, we have the Lion people. And it says, be generous of spirit. If you're attracted to lion, it's time to be a leader right now. It's time to take charge. It's time to rule your own life. And just like royalty, it's time to hold your head up and keep calm and carry on. For those of you who picked lion, your first card is where it's best to place your focus. And you got the 7 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords shows the man whose homeland has been invaded. You can see that army set up its camp behind him. He is outnumbered and he cannot fight the army all by himself. So he's sneaking into the enemy camp and he's stealing several of the swords away. 5 of the swords, 5 of the 7. And he's greatly diminishing the army's power without actually having to fight. He's using his wits. And whenever we see this card, it says that you might be confronting a major problem or a major thing that feels like an invading army and you don't know how to handle it. But this card promises that if you use your wits, if you're sharp, if you're clever, you're going to find a way around the challenge. So this is just a card to say, trust in your own mind and trust in your gifts. The second card for the Lion people is advice from your inner wisdom, and we actually got the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is all about transforming your energy from feeling like a victim, like the person on the card, to instead feeling like you're assertive and you're in control and you're confronting things. Whenever we see the Ten of Swords, it can sometimes represent fears or something we're avoiding. You'll notice all the swords got this figure in the back, and he's laying there. And the reason they got him in the back is because he wasn't facing the swords when they were coming at him. He was avoiding them. He was running away from them. He was trying to stay a step ahead of it. And whenever this card comes up, it's saying stop running, stop being afraid, turn around, look at what's scaring you, stare it down, and look at it for the shadow that it is. And just like those shifting clouds that are breaking up and the sunlight peeking through, this card tells you that when you confront things, when you're finally in that seat of victory, the clouds will break and the sun will come out again. When I see the Ten of Swords next to the Seven of Swords, there is a problem to confront, but it's important to confront and not retreat. And then finally, we have the mythic archetype that's going to be helping the Lion people. And here's Pandora again. She came in last week, and she's the goddess of hope. What she did was open up a jar that let out all the troubles of mankind and all these difficulties, but she covered the jar really quickly, and remaining in the jar was hope. And whenever Pandora shows up, she tells you that all hope is not lost. And I just get this feeling that there might be something that Lion could be feeling a little bit defeated with, or frustrated with, or anxious about this next week. And it's important that they change their energy from feeling victimized by it, instead to feeling like they're in charge and they're taking control again. If you do this, hope will remain. And then finally, we have the people who pick Parrot, which says watch your words, because parrots are known for mimicking. So this could be an important time to communicate or share something that's on your mind. Or just, if you're attracted to Parrot, it could be because you need to talk more. It might be time to reach out to somebody. First card is where it's best to place your focus for Parrot, and it's actually on learning. We got that Three of Pentacles, which is a card of study and learning, and also really putting yourself in your passion for what you want to manifest in your life at this time. On the Three of Pentacles, you can see that there is a craftsman who's learning at a monastery, and the monks are handing him a set of plans, and drawn on the plans, if you look closely, is exactly the image of what he's building. And whenever this card comes up, it's just telling you to dream big, to learn, and to really focus your energy at this time on what you want to see manifest, what you want to see come into the real world. Whenever we see the Three of Pentacles too, it just says that any energy that you're spending on something that interests you is not a waste of time. This is a time to sharpen your mind, and it's also time to learn and grow. This could have a positive effect on you financially. Even if you have to learn the ropes on something new or it's unfamiliar, this card tells you to go for it. Advice from your inner wisdom for the Parrot people is actually the World, which is a card of graduation, movement forward, completion of a cycle, and finally finishing something up that's been long-standing. Whenever we see the World too, it's a card of really celebrating your rites of passage at this time. So it's important for you to not just accomplish the next thing and then move on to the next thing, but instead to really notice that you are crossing a threshold. The World is a card of initiation. And whereas the Magician, which we heard about earlier with the horse people, has only one white wand, the woman on the World card has two. And this indicates that she's not just able to send her energy, holding a wand in her right hand, she's also able to receive energy and channel it and focus it through her. And so the World is just telling you to link up with your higher self. And finally, the mythic archetype that's going to be helping the people that picked Parrot is Perseus, another kind of symbol, similar to the Lion people, about confronting fear. Perseus had to confront Medusa, who could turn anyone to stone. And she represents the paralyzing effect of our inner shadows and fears, that if we don't confront them, or if we do confront them too directly, they can sometimes paralyze us with fear. It's important sometimes to use a tool. In Perseus' case, he used a shield to be a mirror in order to confront the fear. So this could be using a tool like tarot, or using another tool like communication with somebody else to help you wrap your mind around a problem that you're just too afraid to confront, or you're just paralyzed into thinking you can't confront at this time. That is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please check me out at elliotoracle.com. Otherwise, I wish you all safety, health, and happiness this next week, and I will see you again. Take care.